Hey guys, it's Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my entire Disney pin collection. So I thought I'd start off 2021 with sharing off my entire Disney pin collection. This is going to go through every single pin in my collection. I won't be showing any of my traders or anything. It's just specifically the pins in my collection. And I will say I already have pin trades on the way, so my collection is ever changing, but I'm super excited to show you all the different pins. I won't be going into crazy detail about all the pins because that means this video would be hours long, but I might go into detail about a couple pins that are some of my favorites and some of the awesome pins that have some cool elements to them. But if you guys are interested in more Disney videos just like this, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload. I post tons of Disney content on this channel. I'm super excited to dive into all my collections. I'm going to be showing you my Chip 'n Dale collection, my Monsters Inc. collection, my Frozen collection, my Winnie the Pooh, my Star Wars, my parks, and then my sports, my Disney Channel. I got lots of different collections that I'm going to be sharing with you today, and I'm super excited to show you all the different pins. So to start off my collections, I'm going to start off with my Chip 'n Dale. This is kind of where my collection started and where it's grown from. So I'm going to go through, I have 2 full boards of Chip 'n Dale pins, and I'm just going to kind of go through an overview of any of them. If you have any questions about any of the pins, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to tell you any information I know about that pin, but I'm super excited to show you everything I got. So we're actually going to start with this second Chip 'n Dale board because this is my older Chip 'n Dale board first. So we have some flip-flops. These are a lot of pairs of Chip 'n Dale. Some of my first Chip 'n Dale pins that Chip 'n Dale I have together. I definitely love those cruise hat ones. Going through all these awesome different pairs of Chip 'n Dale. It's pins that they're separate but together. We then move into some of the ones that I only have Chip or Dale, and you might actually see their partner later on this board. You actually have some newer ones. That's a newer pin mixed into this. We then have some Chip 'n Dale together. I really like all the Chip 'n Dale together pins. Then we move into some of the Chip 'n Dale hidden Mickeys. Got lots of Chip 'n Dale hidden Mickeys, and this is definitely how I started sorting my board, and then it's changed over time. I really love this cruise line one. There's lots of limited edition pins mixed in. We got some Studio Store Hollywood pins. We have some Happy Holiday pins. This one is a cool one because it's got an open element to it. Some different holidays. We got Happy New Year, Cinco de Mayo. This one actually spins, so it's goofy on the other side, but I really like it because of the Chip 'n Dale. We got, this one's a cool one. This is a Disney Studio Store Hollywood older pin. I just really like that one for summer. We got ones that move. This one opens up. This is a DVC pin. This is right when we started DVC, so I thought that's a cool pin. And we got awesome more Chip 'n Dale pins. Then moving up to our second board, we start with actually some of the newer pins I've gotten. That board I filled from the top down, this board I filled from the bottom up. So you actually, some of these are from newer hauls, but I did add some older hidden Mickeys just because that was where the space was. Some rare pins. This is D23. This is actually one of my favorite pins in my entire collection. It's a little loose on the hinge, but I love this one. On the outside it says Disney Cruise Line. It's a DCL artist choice, and on the inside has Goofy with a shadow Chip 'n Dale. I just think this is so cool. It's so pretty. The amount of detail in it is awesome. It's limited edition as well. We have some Paris pins, which I love the Paris pins. I think they have so much detail to them. Going in, we have some more Disneyland, some older pins. See, Winter 2004, that's an older pin. Piece of History, this is actually the only piece of history I have in my collection, but I love the Disney Piece of History pins. This one's an artist proof. It's got Chip 'n Dale. It's a Wilderness Lodge pin. It actually spins to have them on the other side. I like this Rescue Rangers one because it's got the holographic elements to it. It's kind of changes depending on the way you look at it. This is one of my WDI pins. I love this. I only have a few WDI pins in my collection, so that's an awesome one. This pin actually opens up. It has like a little map inside of it. This one, Pluto moves. There's lots of pins with moving elements, which I think is awesome. We have some mystery set ones, some more holidays. A lot of these pins on the bottom down here are pins that I got and traded for at the 2019 Fairy Tales event because I did a lot of pin trading then. We have, this is one of my favorite in my collection, the Season Greetings one. I love the way this one moves. This one's awesome too. You can use it as like a yo-yo, and the string actually comes out and you can use it like a yo-yo. I just think that's such a cool element. This one opens up to another, this one's the Walt Disney Company, super cool. This one also has them with the monorail, awesome pins. And that's kind of my whole entire Chip 'n Dale collection. So I'm next going to move on to my Monsters Inc. collection, and you will see, I'm going to show you a binder at the end that actually has overfill for some of these collections, because my collection boards, you see, they're pretty full. This one I'm barely holding on with some of these pins on the bottom, so I actually have a binder with overflow so that you might see some more Monsters Inc. pins after. So this is my Monsters Inc. collection. I specifically collect, or at least focus my collection on Mike, Sully, and Boo, but I do have some other characters in there. I really do love this latte pin. It's one of my favorites. I just love the colors of Mike and Sully, and I love Boo. This was a movie that came out the year I was born. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I'd probably say it's actually my favorite Disney movie of all time, and I just love the characters. I love that Boo disguise pin. This one's awesome because it has 2001, which is the year I was born, dated on it. I think this is actually one of, if not my favorite pin in my collection. It's Boo's door, and you open it up and it has Sully and Boo on the inside. This pin is gorgeous. It is from the Pixar 30th anniversary pin event that they had at Epcot. This one also opens up, has some Monsters University characters in it. I think I also love Monsters University right now, being in college, and some of that. You have some Teachers Day pins. You got Sully, you got Mike, a lot of Monsters University, and I do have a lot of pins that I've even traded for to grow this collection even more. I like this one because it has some elements to it that show the strings of the lights. I just think this collection's ever growing, even like tiny pins in them. And I love art because actually, this is why Monsters University is really going on me. The person that voiced art actually graduated from the school I go to, so I definitely love my Monsters Inc. collection, and I do have even more in my overflow binder. So now we're going to move on to my Frozen collection. This is a cool one. This is a Studio Store Hollywood pin with on the outside. We have the Frozen Summer Fun. That was what the Frozen sing-along used to be. Lots of one. I really love this crochet set. You can see there's a few of them mixed around other places, but I just think this is a fun set to have all together. Another one of my favorite pins is Ice Skate pin. I just love the jingle elements on this. I think that's such a cool pin. I love this Happy Holidays set. We've got lots of awesome ones. Flower and Garden, Winter Wishes. This was my only race I've done at Disney. This is a Frozen 5K. I've also done the Castaway K 5K, but one of the big, huge Run Disney events, I did the Frozen 5K in 2015, so I love having that on here. I actually have another element for that. We have a Valentine's Day pin, Marshmallow, Best Friends, lots of Olaf pins, because who doesn't love Olaf? We have some PTDs. This is definitely an awesome collection. I love my Frozen collection, and again, this is another one that overflows into my overflow section. I just think there's so many awesome Frozen pins and so many awesome characters that you can collect within Frozen, and I definitely enjoy collecting all of these awesome pins. So next we're going to move on to my Disney Channel collection, and this has some High School Musical pins. So we got High School Musical 3, High School Musical 2, some more High School Musical Pep Rally, High School Musical 2, High School Musical 1, High School Musical 3. I got lots of High School Musical pins, which I love High School Musical. We then also have some Camp Rock, some Jonas Brothers, more Camp Rock. We have some Hannah Montana across the top, couple Phineas and Ferb, who doesn't love Perry the Platypus, Wizards of Waverly Place, Where's My Water, Doug Live, and then we also have some more Disney Junior. I love Handy Manny. It's one of my favorite shows. As a kid, I loved the show. We also have Jake and the Neverland Pirates and Little Einsteins. I just think those are some awesome pins for my Disney Channel collection. We do also have this jumbo pin. This is from the Nemo Anniversary. I just love this scene in Nemo with the stingray and all the school of fish going to school with Squirt and Nemo. I just think that's such a cool pin, and I definitely love Mr. Ray in that one. And then moving on, we have my sports collection. This is another one of my newer collections, but one of my favorite collections. I love sports. I actually have another whole channel all about sports, so I decided that sports pins should be what I should be collecting. I love the overlap between Disney and sports. So we got baseball, basketball, wide world of sports. We got more basketball. We got volleyball. We got basketball, volleyball, and soccer, football, golf, tennis. The overlap between that, baseball, again, more baseball. We have basketball, billiards, cheer, more basketball. I just love the overlap between Disney and sports, and that's what definitely I want to keep growing this collection, because I love the way all the sports pins overlap with the Disney characters, and sports are definitely a big passion of mine. I'm actually in school for a degree in sport management, so collecting all these sports pins is definitely awesome. The next one we're moving on is to Winnie the Pooh, and Winnie the Pooh does have their own board, but they also have this overflow board. This is usually what I bring on cruises to trade for, but where cruises aren't really happening right now, I decided to throw some of my Winnie the Pooh collections on here for now, and eventually they'll probably just end up in my overflow binder. I got some awesome skiing ones, and you will see some overlap, some pins that are in, like, say, my Winnie the Pooh collection that could be in my sports collection, or some overlap in different things. So you might see some of that, but I really do love all my Winnie the Pooh pins. So we got skiing 2020. This one's an awesome Paris one, celebrating 2020 and the beginning of 2020. Like, I know most people didn't want to celebrate 2020, but this was right at the beginning. Happy New Year for 2020, so I love that one. TTFN, we got stained glass. We got another Paris Winnie the Pooh pin. The stocking set, I love that set. Pooh 2001, the year I was born. We got some December 2002, another Tigger sports pin. Winnie the Pooh and Friends, Tigger, grand opening, these awesome Easter pins, season's greetings. I just love all the different Winnie the Pooh pins, and that's why I love collecting it. I grew up on Winnie the Pooh. I dressed up as Pooh for many Halloweens. My sister dressed up as Tigger. We definitely love Winnie the Pooh in our family. My sister's got lots of Tigger stuff. I definitely had to have a Winnie the Pooh collection. Now here's some more of my Winnie the Pooh collection. We have another one of the donut shop pins, a puffy vinyl. I believe this is a WDI pin. It might be a Studio Store Hollywood. This is a Paris booster set. This little cute puzzle set. Cast member from Animal Kingdom. Pooh golfing, so you can see the overlap of the sports collection. Happy Thanksgiving 2019. This one's a fun one. It spins. This one is from Food and Wine. This one's Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I love that ride. We got Pooh from 2002. The Main Street Popcorn from Hong Kong. We got some more sports ones. Tigger. This one's a cool one. This is the pop-up books. So you got Pooh on the inside. I just think that's an awesome pin. This was from the Wisdom set. I had the Tiglet one, which had Tigger and Piglet in it. This is a newer Halloween pin. This one says, "Thanks for noticing me," and his tail spins. We definitely focused the collection on Pooh and Tigger, but I do have your Piglet, all of them in it as well. A couple of rabbit pins. I definitely love Winnie the Pooh, and I'm excited to see where this collection grows to. The last board I'm going to show you is kind of my miscellaneous pin sets along with limited edition pins. So starting off, I have some limited edition pins at the top, some Lady and the Tramp, some Splash Mountain, Earth Day, some Happy Holidays, different events I went to, like Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the Princess Enchanted 10K that my family won, some Winter Wishes, Flower and Garden, Food and Wine. Definitely love all these. This is one of my favorite. This is the only complete puzzle set I have. This is the complete set without one of the chaser pins. I'm still trying to find that chaser pin, but I do love this Lady and the Tramp puzzle set. We have some more Food and Wine, Christmas, some winter and fall pins. I think these are cool stained glass pins. One of my favorite Disney movies, G-Force. I have the El Capitan pin for that. Thanksgiving pins, Beauty and the Beast, my class of 2019 graduation pin. This is one of the park cruises. This is the People Mover, one of my favorite rides. The Farewell to Illuminations pins, I think those are awesome. This is from Studio Store Hollywood. It's got Fozzie the Bear in it. I just think that's a cool little passport set. Rope Drop Park Hop Won't Stop. This is from spring break last year, which I was able to get in before everything shut down. We got some more different sets for some of my favorite rides. We got some fairy tale pins and some of just random characters that I enjoy that are limited edition pins. We then move into some of my mystery sets. I haven't fully completed the Wishables mystery set, but I'm definitely looking to complete that. But these are all the pins I have so far in it. We also have the First Kingdom Cute series along with the Disney Purse series. We have the Popsicle series, and then we have one of the series from Food and Wine. They had one of the box sets. I just think this is such a cool pin set, and I have that along the bottom of our board, along with a couple of the park badge pins. So next we're going to go through these binders in those two bins. I'm just going to start with the one on top and slowly work our way through. This is kind of more of my miscellaneous one, sharing some of my miscellaneous pins. I got some Alani pins, things that didn't end up where they should go, kind of got thrown in here. We got some Vacation Club pins, Figaro Oliver. This is my 2019 page, which a lot of the pins from the 2019 sets. I just graduated that year, so I liked collecting all the different pins. We have some DVC pins, along with some of the pins from the Hug set. I think this is actually almost the whole Hug set. I just love that set. I thought it was an awesome set. This is just a fun miscellaneous page. We got Cruise Line, we got some different rides, we got Star Wars. This is an awesome Goofy pin. I think it's so cool. It opens up and like Goofy's looking at you, and then he like shuts himself in there. This one actually I think had an Epcot piece on it, so I don't know where that broke off. This is a cool WDI pin. I love Happily Ever After. This is another random page, some more Figaro, Massachusetts, because that's where I live. Graduation pins, Pride, all the castable, some of the awesome pin trading logos, just some of the first pins in my collection. These were some of the early pins in my collection, like these couple were some of the first pins I ever had in my collection, so I like having those in here because they don't really fit into some of my newer collections, but they're still awesome pins. And then moving on to this page, some more random pins. We got some Happy Easter, Happy Birthday. This one's fun because it has the year I was actually born on it. This is a cool Figaro pin and just some more awesome pins in my collection. The next binder is my Star Wars binder, and I love these binder pages. These are the older Disney binder pages. So we have some Premiere at Sea, Star Wars Day at Sea. This is the Star Wars Day at Sea cruise I actually went on. Some more older Star Wars Day at Sea pins. I love Star Wars. I don't try to trade a ton for Star Wars pins, but if I see something I really like, I do collect that because I do love Star Wars. So we have some Rey and Finn. These are some cool Star Wars mystery sets. We have a Chewbacca. This one's a fun Halloween one. This is a cool Tsum Tsum one. Porg and Chewbacca all wrapped up in lights. May the Force be with you, or may the Fourth be with you, really. And then we move on to some of the sets. So we have the Snowflake set. We have these egg set. This is some of the mystery frame set. I really do love that set. And some more mystery sets. These are some of the cuties. This one's one of my favorite mystery sets that I completed. This was the cruise line set, so it fills out a whole boat. This is from Star Wars Day at Sea. I think that's an awesome set. This is a limited edition box set from droids from when Last Jedi came out. I just think this is such a cool set. I love BB-8, and I just think these droid pins are so cool. And then moving on to the next page, this is some more Star Wars ones. We got some Star Wars ornaments, some Galaxy's Edge pins, some Cruise Line, Star Wars Weekend, some Kessel Crew. This was a fun one. I do love this one with Rey, some BB-8 ones, Rogue One. And a lot of these are limited edition, open edition, limited release. They're all mixed together, but I do love my smaller Star Wars collection, but I still think it's a fun collection to have. Moving on to this binder, this is my park pins and my cruise line pins. So starting off, we have some of my cruise line pins. I just think these are awesome. This is a cool one. Castaway K 5K, Aqueduct. I have one from all the cruise boats I've been on, so the Dream, the Fantasy, and I do have one from the Magic as well. So I have the Wonder, even though I haven't been on the Wonder, I still have that one, and then I have the Magic. I have this cool DVC cruise line, some Happy Holidays cruise line, more Happy Holidays cruise line. This one actually is supposed to light up, which is super cool. A Bermuda cruise. This one's an artist proof. I just really love all my cruise line ones. This is actually a special one to me. This was given to me by somebody in the deck department on one of the cruises I went on. We got friendly with the people in concierge, and that person's boyfriend worked on the deck department, and he actually at pin trading night gave me that pin, which is super awesome. I think that's an awesome pin. It's the only way you can get it is being given it, which I think is so cool. So I definitely will be keeping that one for life. It's super awesome. Moving on to the next page, this is hotels. So we have Grand Floridian, Beach Club, Boardwalk. So some of the hotels I've stayed at, we do have some other ones thrown in, like the Grand Californian. We got some more boardwalks. Adventures by Disney, Happy Holidays. I threw that in on this resort page. The Newport Bay Club, which is the hotel we stayed at Disneyland Paris. Bay Lake Tower. I threw in some other ones like Animal Kingdom and Kidani. Grand Floridian, Boardwalk. I really love this Boardwalk Cones one. I just think that's a fun one. It's got the mix of Boardwalk and the gingerbread. And then the following page we have, and some of these do overflow into my overflow collection, is kind of the parks and rides. So we have Toy Story Mania, Hollywood Studios. We have some rides like the Splash Mountain, Figment. This one is the Lion King show. More Splash Mountain, some Animal Kingdom, some Disneyland, Epcot, Pandora, Test Track, lots of Test Track pins because I love Test Track. Illuminations, more Epcot, Food and Wine, Monorail. This kind of represents the parks themselves. And this last page is my overflow from these pages. So we have some more cruise lines, some Marble Day at Sea, some Happy New Year, some Disneyland Paris one, some more hotels. This is an awesome DVC one. I love this Disneyland Paris one. I think this one's cool because it has the whole parks, some Flower Garden, some Epcot. So this is kind of my overflow of my parks pins. And the last binder we have is some overflow. So this is the overflow of my Monsters Inc. This is one of my grails for a while, was getting this pin, so I'm super happy I have that. This is an awesome little mini jumbo with Sully and Boo, and I had some more Pixar characters. We have some Monsters University pins, Kitty, which is Boo. I think that's a cool pin. I love these alien ones as Monsters Inc. characters. Monstropolis, you don't see a ton of pins of Monstropolis, so I think that's an awesome one. We got some Easter ones, so that's the overflow of my Monsters Inc. collection. This is the overflow of my Frozen collection. So we have this awesome, huge Frozen pin, so you can see the size of this one. This is like a regular open edition pin kind of at Disney World, and this was one I got at Disneyland Paris. So big. Love this. I think it's so cool, the different colors on it, and like they just look so good. This is from Frozen 2. These are also two Disneyland Paris ones. Olaf's arms kind of spin on this one, and then we have Sven the cutie. Then we have a couple of the different, this is from a lanyard set of these four, and then this one was a Movie Rewards Club. So this is the overflow of my Frozen collection. And the last two pins in this binder are from the 20th anniversary pin event celebration. So this is the 20th anniversary one, and this is the 2015 through 2019 pin. I just think these are super cool, and I was excited to add these to the collection, but I wanted to keep them with their cards, so I just threw them in the back of this binder. The last two things I have is, this is the full set of the Kingdom consoles. So we have Ariel, we have Aladdin, we have, this one is Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, Bonkers, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Lion King, DuckTales, Fantasia, Goof Troop, and the last one is Beauty and the Beast. So we have that full set, and we do have a Happy Birthday Disney Cruise Line button mixed in there. And then in this one, we actually, the last I collect I have coming in the mail, so you will see that in the haul pretty soon. I have 2 of the key pins, and then I have the whole I collect set. So this is the Fantasia key and the Toy Story key. I also have the Pluto key somewhere, but I'm just not sure where I misplaced that. But in the I collect, we have I collect Muppets, I collect Pets. This one is I collect Pooh. We have I collect Attractions, Figment, Stitch, Food. This one is I collect Villains. We have the I collect Princesses, I collect Nightmare Before Christmas, and finally I collect Pixar. And I have the last one, which is the I collect Holidays, coming in the mail. So this is kind of my entire Disney pin collection. I know it's a lot of pins. I do have a ton of pins in my traders as well, but I thought I'd give you a quick overview of everything. If there's anything you're interested in seeing that I didn't show, or if there's something that I skipped over pretty quickly that you want to know more about, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to tell you about any specific pin. Just give me a little bit of details on where it was and which pin it is, and I'd happy to give you any details that I have on the pin. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all those awesome pins. I got lots of pins in my collection, and my collection is ever changing. I got lots of pin trades coming and more pins to add to these collections. I definitely need to figure out some better ways to store them. As you saw my overflow binder, all my boards are now full, so I kind of need to figure out how to store all those overflow pins. But I do love all the different pins in my collection, and I definitely think my collection will continue to grow in 2021. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're looking forward to more Disney videos on this channel in 2021, definitely hit the subscribe button and turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload, and I will see you guys later.